So our law was Gay-Lussac's law. It was created by the French scientist by the name of Joseph Louis Gay-Lussac. He was born in 1778 in France, in the years just before the French Revolution. He was the son of a lawyer, so he grew up fairly wealthy. As a child, he was given private tutoring, and he was able to study physics and chemistry that way. He didn't have a public education, and he was able to essentially jumpstart a lot of his education that would become later in life. During the French Revolution, his father was killed, like many were. But he was still able to overcome this and ended up going to Polytechnic University in France. Something that during the course of the French Revolution was encouraged as the Great Enlightenment was spreading across the world, not just in France, and an emphasis on science was encouraged as religion sort of died out. Later in life, he eventually became a professor at this same university, and his mentors such as Pierre-Simon de Laplace, Claude Louis Berthollet, and Antoine Lavoisier all encouraged Gay-Lussac to study science, and eventually this led him to create an experiment where he went about 7,000 meters above sea level in hydrogen-fueled balloons. He took samples and measurements at different altitudes and later aided in his study. However, he didn't initially release said law, and it became Charles's law, because as he was scared and essentially discouraged from releasing his findings initially. Now, once he was able to publish this law, it was stated that gases at constant temperature and pressure combine in proportion by volume at any rates to essentially increase the temperature of the volume of the gas in a given space, so long as that space was concealed. But eventually, of course, he died in relative obscurity, as his law wasn't popularized until after his death in 1850.
Thank you.
Gay-Lussac's law states that the pressure of a gas at a constant volume will be directly proportionate to the temperature in Kelvin. Changing one variable, either pressure or temperature, will result in the change in the other. Temperature in Kelvin and pressure are directly proportional to each other.
My grandpa punched me in the head at 90 miles per hour. Hey, Quandale Dingle here. I just escaped.
No to Taylor. Remember, you have a Zoom feature.
So for this experiment, you are going to need some eggs, a beaker or flask, and some means to start a fire. Here we used a Bunsen burner, so you can see us attempt to start it.
What's too high?
As sad as it may be.
You had it. Oh, is it
The
too
gas
high?
is too high.
It's still too high.
I need to get it, come on.
Not a problem.
Then why is it doing
Great question.
I can hear it and smell it.
Shocking! Oh my god!
Once you have your fire acquired, you will then want to light a piece of paper on fire, ignite the piece of paper, and you're going to want to put that inside of your beaker or flask. Lastly, all you got to do is put that egg on top and watch it happen.
Very scientific.
Steam coming out.
Wait, do you think that's good enough?
Oh no! It just shattered the bottle.
Just keep it upside down.
How is this gas law used today?
So this gas law, which is by the name of Gay-Lussac's gas law, is essentially the idea that as pressure increases of a fixed object or in a fixed space, then the temperature of said object will also increase. So this is in a few ways in the real world. One example would be car tires. So as you drive, the temperature inside the car tire will actually increase due to friction off of the road. When the car meets the road, friction happens, temperature increases. This also causes the air pressure to then increase. So actually if you essentially do a little experiment where you go from before you drive and then after you drive, you can measure the air pressure, and oftentimes the air pressure will actually increase after you drive.
That's interesting.
Another example would be, of course, a pressure cooker. So the way that works is you have a fixed space inside the pressure cooker where the water will boil and then evaporate, but that water vapor doesn't actually escape the pressure cooker, so it will stay in there. So the volume doesn't change, but the temperature does. So essentially what this allows to do is it allows the pressure cooker to exceed the normal boiling point of water, and so it can cook food a lot faster. And then for meat, for instance, that's a lot more coarse and rough, it can actually make it more tender. The way the pressure cooker actually gets like inside it through the water vapor, be a little more effective.
It's gonna work.
No, it's gonna work.
This is gonna work.
It's gonna work.
Stu told me we have to blow on it, bro, to get it out.
Yeah.
This is genius. This is the solution. It's supposed to be pressurized, dog.
Like, Stu was like, you gotta. She's like, you're not supposed to suck. You're supposed to blow on the early.
Get this too. This is good stuff.
That happened.
She said you had to blow on the Erlenmeyer.
You didn't get that.
I didn't get the video because Liz did it.
Do you want me to do it again?
No, don't do it again.
Doing it again.
Don't do it again. Yeah. There's an egg and a thing. Yeah.
Like somebody you see on
Science boy. And then you just go, and then you just start speaking.
Do we need Madox to ask you a question to prime this for you?
I'm sorry, would you, how about you, would you like to do this?
Would you like to do this?